What if recycling stopped? Have you ever wondered what would happen if recycling suddenly vanished? Hello there, curious minds. Buckle up because we're about to dive into a world where recycling is no more. What if we woke up one day and it's gone? Let's explore the uncharted territory of this thought-provoking scenario together. The ecological cascade. Let's jump right in and explore what would happen if recycling were to disappear from the scene. Imagine a world where waste just keeps piling up with no recycling to save the day. Our landfills and oceans would be overwhelmed by this mounting garbage. Landfills would grow at an alarming rate, wreaking havoc on habitats, contaminating groundwater, and spewing harmful stuff into the air. Our oceans, already grappling with a plastic crisis, would take the hardest hit. Marine life, already struggling, would find itself in a constant battle against entanglement, gobbling down trash and seeing their homes turn into waste dumps. Approximately 79% of plastic waste ends up in landfills or the ocean, with only 9% being recycled and 12% undergoing incineration. Our oceans are currently burdened with 25 trillion larger plastic pieces and 51 trillion smaller microplastics. If the current trend continues, it's estimated that by 2025, roughly 250 million metric tons of plastic could find its way into our oceans. But the mess doesn't stay confined to the ground and water. The very air we breathe would also suffer. It's a nasty chain reaction with no happy ending in sight. The economic impact. Alright, let's shift gears and talk about money for a minute. Recycling isn't just about being eco-friendly, it's a big business that puts millions to work around the globe. But if recycling were to vanish, we'd see a ripple effect of problems. Jobs would disappear, the economy would wobble, and the cost of making stuff would shoot through the roof. Plus, the race for raw materials would go into overdrive. We'd be digging up metals, minerals, and drilling for oil like there's no tomorrow. This would put a massive dent in our planet's resources and make environmental troubles even worse. And remember that line about a circular economy? Well, it's not just about recycling, it's about stopping waste right from the get-go.
So it's not about recycling, but it's about preventing waste at the first place.
Picture a world where everything gets used and reused, creating a never-ending loop. It's like a super cool recycling party where nothing is wasted, and it's the path to a greener future. The energy and environmental impact. Now, let's talk about energy, and this is a big deal. Recycling isn't just about saving the planet, it's about saving energy too. See, when we recycle, we're not churning out new stuff from scratch, which takes loads of energy. Without recycling, we'd be guzzling energy like never before. Our carbon footprint would skyrocket, making climate change even worse, with more extreme weather on the horizon. And speaking of energy, think about how much trash you toss into the bin daily. Now, imagine that multiplied by billions of people worldwide. Yeah, it's a scary number, but that's the reality.
How many pounds of garbage do you throw in the trash every day? Does the answer scare you? Good, because it should.
Take a place like Istanbul with 16 million folks. They generate a massive 19,000 tons of garbage every day. But here's the cool part. They're turning some of that trash into electricity. About 3,000 tons of it is burned without fancy pre-treatment to make power. The key here is they've got a system in place where only 30% goes to incineration or storage, and the rest, a whopping 70%, gets recycled. It's a win-win that's in line with their climate action plans, and they're producing electricity from waste, turning trash into treasure. The health crisis. Speaking of health, if recycling were to vanish, we'd have a real public health crisis on our hands. Landfills would belch out harmful toxins, leading to respiratory issues and various health problems.
Bottle 1, like hundreds of millions of tons of his plastic brethren, ends up in a landfill. Rainwater flows through the waste and absorbs the water-soluble compounds it contains. And some of those are highly toxic.
Additionally, the management of pharmaceuticals, e-waste, and hazardous materials would become even more challenging, directly endangering both public and aquatic health. So, what do you think the world of tomorrow is going to look like? Will humans be able to limit their consumption and save what's left from the Earth? Or is it just the beginning of humanity's plastic-ridden demise? Let us know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.